Good afternoon to AvaTrade live Q&A webinar. My name is Danny. I'll be giving you the webinar today. Before we will begin, I would like to make sure that everything is visible and that the sound is in a proper level. If you can please comment in the question section that the sound is fine and that the screen is also visible, the chart and everything is exactly as it should be. Okay, that's good. Let me also test it from my side again because it seems like the sound might be okay. It seems like it's working. All right, so we will begin. Let's open up the presentation and I will explain what will happen in every step of the webinar. For some reason, it seems like my screen isn't showing. I'd appreciate if more people can comment that the screen is visible, and this could be great. All right, we'll give it a moment. Perhaps it will be sorted. Otherwise, we'll try and sort it out. Okay, so first we're gonna begin with comment questions. Then I will paste some dynamic questions that you will ask along the webinar. On the third part, some information that I'm going to provide you through the chat box in the webinar function, and then lastly analysis, and last we will discuss the analysis through the questions that I will receive. All right, but first, like I said, I would like to make sure that the webinar is recorded as it's supposed to be, and there is also the disclosure that I will read the first paragraph for you. Any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only and should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, recommendation, or a suggestion. So I'm going to go for roughly a few seconds to make sure that everything is recorded, and I'll be right back. Thank you very much. All right, it seems like we can begin. So as I said prior, my name is Danny. This is the live Q&A webinar. The purpose of this webinar, guys, is to allow you ask questions all along the webinar, regardless of the subject that I'm teaching. So for instance, if I'm speaking about candlesticks and some of you have a question about leverage, so you can obviously put it in the question section and I will address it accordingly when it's a little more relevant. There is also here a new place only to paste the questions that you guys are putting in the comment questions. So of course we're gonna paste the first. I think it has space for maybe 5 or maybe 7 or 8. That depends. And then we'll do our best to give an answer to each and every possible question. All right. So the first question that we're gonna discuss is how to use candlesticks. Anybody knows what? Let me paste it here. We're gonna get ourselves a nice notepad. We're gonna paste the question. Okay, so candlesticks is what we see here. Obviously, each of those candle is a month. Okay, candlesticks can be categorized from minutes to hours to days, weeks, and months. Therefore, let's pick something else. Never mind, we'll stay with Australian Canadian. Okay, to open this box, I have to click sell or buy, and then it, otherwise it could be folded like this. So this needs to be minimized through the 2 arrows. Then it minimizes the screen, and then if I click sell or buy, it opens this field. Okay. All right. So for candlesticks to change, I need to change the time frame. Now, how can I confirm that each of those candles is truly a month? What month is it now? January. If I click here, okay, I can change it. But because I don't have no Corsair, I get no information from the candles. So if I click here for the Corsair, I can change to Corsair from no Corsair, and then I see. Okay, I get the figures here. Here is where I'm supposed to be the information from the candles, and each and every candle is going to be 1 month. Okay, so as you can see here, this is January, right? December, November, October, and I can carry on if I change it to weeks. So we have the current week, previous couple of 3 weeks. This is days each. Okay, as you can see, each here. This is 15th, 14th, 13th. All right. So how do I use candlesticks? Anybody has any idea? Anybody has any idea? Sarah, the candles is telling you if the asset is heading up or down. It's true. It's true if it's heading up or down, but what else? What else beside the direction? What else? Why is each and every candle looks different? If it's telling me the direction, I would expect candles to look very much like this. Green, red. Why do I have these shapes? Well, what's the story with each candle looks different? Why does this candle looks like a reversed hammer and this one is looking more full, right? This one is more full. That's because in each and every candle, I can get the intervals. Let's switch to something easier because this is measured with pips, and I don't know how complicated this will be for my audience. All right, so let's take this is daily candles for crude oil. It's measured with dollars. Those are barrels. The account is in pound. What we're going to do is we're going to put down the figures from the candle, and we're going to try and analyze one just for the sake of the example to understand how to use it. Right, so you can see here that each candle is giving me open, close, low, and open, high, low, and close. I'm going to put it in a bit different way so it will be easier for us to make the calculation. So this is yesterday, right? The open, close, high, and lows are, let's see it together. Why do I need to know those things? Who cares, by the way, about those things? Why would I care how much crude oil have gotten to the price, and why do I need to know these things? Anybody has any idea? Technical analysis. It's true. Technical analysis. So right now, let's suppose that I believe that crude oil is going to keep on its way up, right? Christina, you're asking where do I manually put the leverage, or is it automatically inbuilt? It's inbuilt. It's inbuilt, but we're gonna paste your question and you're gonna get an elaborated answer in a second. How do can I put it with a number? Let's see. Okay, good. Let's see if it needs to rephrase. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get to this question. We're gonna get to this question. Excellent question, by the way. Thank you. As soon as we are done with the first. Okay, so why do I need to now? Let's suppose that I believe that oil is heading up. All right, somewhere to here. Let's suppose, and I don't know exactly how much oil can potentially move. All right, now, as you can see here, let's mark both lines. We're going to see the difference between that price to this price. Actually, we're going to paint it differently. This will be easier for me to explain. Let's pick orange. All right. So we have the orange line. We have the this white line over here. How can I? Okay, I'm going to be a little more precise. There we go. Right, so there is a dollar difference, as you can see now, at 78.3, the highest that it's been yesterday. This is daily candles, therefore every candle is a day. Somebody's is raising a hand. Okay, guys, there is no need to. I see that people are raising their hands. Just ask this. Just paste the questions. Okay, just paste the question in the question section like Christina did. Of course. Of course. Thank you, Stephen. Yes, the webinar is recorded, so you can just paste the questions. There is no need to raise a hand. Okay, I mean, just paste whatever you want to ask, and then I'll. Okay, so 74.5, 76.6, 77.8, and 74.2. Now, when we're looking at the days, that doesn't tell a lot of things just from the outside beside the figures that we saw. But if we're going to change for 4 hours as an example, we're going to see things much more differently. So this is, just a second. This is still today. It started here, right? Yeah. So this is the beginning of the day, yesterday. Okay. And this is the end. All right. So we have between this to that price, we can see that everything is green, even though it started, when it started, okay, we can see that it climbed, it reached this level, it went down a little bit, and then it kept going up. Okay, we can also see that before that, it went even lower. That means that the lower price here have reached, and then it bounced back. So we had the initial trend, which was a couple of days before. We had bullish and then bearish, right? Bullish, it's positive, bearish is negative. So we can see that it rose to this level, went down to this level, 74, and it climbed back to 78. Now, if I look at the line and not the candlesticks, it looks like this. So I would never know the specific figure that couldn't be broken. I would never know. I would just have an estimation here, right? Unless I'm pointing, because specifically I know this date, but otherwise I would never know. I would analyze it as bullish, bearish, bullish, right? But if I'm looking at the candles, I can be more specific, and I know which area was rejected. This I hope that it makes sense. Do we have any questions regarding what I've explained? Okay, great. So if we're analyzing the figures that we've took from yesterday, okay, we see that yesterday crude oil moved from 74 all the way up to 77, right? It got in higher to 77.8, but it went slightly down to 69. Okay, but overall it seems like a bullish candle, pretty good. As you can see, it's almost full. It's not looking like a firefly over here or a reversed hammer. Okay, just a second. Abdul Rahman, I believe that could be a problem with the sound on your end, because I don't see anyone complaining since the beginning that we've started. So perhaps could be a problem on your end with the sound. This is why I'm doing the sound check in the beginning. And I don't know, is there anybody else who's experiencing problem with the sound or with the screen? I don't know. From my end, it looks good. Okay, so but tell me if the problem if it precedes. So obviously we need to fix it. All right. So we saw that the movement was from 74 to 77, which is $3. And like I said, it's quite a healthy movement. right, for crude oil. It's very positive. Now, as you can see, a couple of days ago, this candle, it also tried to get to this level, but it got rejected. Now, anybody knows what this, we like to call them tails, what this tail is? This, the area, let me try and perhaps I can only mark this area. There we go. All right, so what is in the white area, right? What is in the white area? Can anybody tell me what is this tail over here? Anybody knows? How could I possibly know that crude oil is going to keep going up? According to this, let me give you a hint. This is the second time that it's happening this week. Actually, it's previous week, but let's say this is the second time that it's happening in a week. Maybe it would make more sense. Can anybody tell me what are those things? Okay, so this is the 9th. We said that if we change the hours, we can see how it looks. I don't know if you can see it on your end the same way that I do, but look how beautiful the down and up trend are structured. Look how nice the levels are, right? It got into this level, it went down, it got in again, and then it started rising. Same apply here, it got into this level, started going down, and then we have this nice wavy form, okay, that we can identify before we call something a pattern. Because a pattern is not a single candle. I mean, it could be a single candle because in every candle there are smaller candles. I just showed you that in days we have hours. And obviously, if I'll take weeks, so I'll have inside of it days, right? And in a month, I'll have weeks. So in each candle, I'll have smaller candles which could form a structure. But if we're analyzing days, right, and we have no idea what that thing is, and I can tell you right now that this tail that I've called a tail is an area, is a price that the asset has been through and went back. Okay, this is where the asset has been and went back. Now, why is that important for me? Because if the asset have done it two times after a negative candle, there is a possibility it will eventually go up, right? Tried it once and failed, tried it again and failed. Now we have this candle also trying to get even higher and fail. So there is a possibility it will truly go up after twice. All right, so this is, just a second. It seems like we have another complaint about the sound. I don't know why. Just a second. For some reason. Okay, let's see. I hope that I hope that it's fixed now. Let's see if it makes any change. Guys, is the sound back? I really don't know. I'm looking at the feedback that I'm getting from the software, so I don't know how it sounds on your end. If you can tell me that the sound is back, I'd really appreciate it. So we can carry on. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. So from my side, it looks good. I don't know if there is anybody else with a problem. Feel free to let me know. So like I said, the candles helps us understand the analysis, the way that the asset is moving, whether if it's up or down. It also help us indicate the proportions, the potential movement. If I'm expecting, for instance, crude oil to move from where it's at right now, which is 78, to here, right, to 100, so I know I'm looking at months. If I'm expecting it to happen in 5 minutes, I'm in a problem. Why? Because the last time that it's been there was July. Okay, so it makes more sense to expect something that I have an estimation of time. But if I'm expecting, let's say, 85, I know that it's been there a month ago and 2 months ago and 3 months ago. So statistically, it visits this price every month. So if I'm expecting it to get back to this price in a month, so it makes sense. I don't know if it will happen or not, but I just know that it makes much more sense. Okay, so and obviously the more candles, I hope that everybody understood. The more candles that I'll take, my estimation could be more precise. If I just analyzed yesterday, basing my analysis on a single candle, it's not necessarily going to give me a full scope of what's happening in the market. Okay. All right, so this is about candlesticks showed on the chart. Let me put here showed on the chart. Okay, this would be the answer. How can I make a trading plan? Guys, anybody has any idea what is a trading plan? What is a trading plan, guys? Anybody knows? All right, so Larissa, that's a plan of trading. That's excellent. A plan of trading, it's true. But what do I need to have in my trading plan? And why do I need to have a trading plan? Why can't I just trade free spirit with enjoying the platform? Look how nice the charts are. Just a second. We said that oil can move up, so maybe I can just take a buy. What's the problem? So I'm just gonna take a buy and hope for the best, right? Let's switch to something else, perhaps. How is sugar doing? How is coffee doing? From what I remembered, there we go. So you can see, if I, God forbid, take a sell, because those are days. I take a sell now, okay? And I, God forbid, let's look at the wider area. I have $100 in my account. Let's suppose that I 160, 145. Okay, we're gonna put here coffee. Our balance is 100 pound, and the now price is 145.7. Now, if I, God forbid, took a sell yesterday, right? I took a sell when it was on this price and it rose to 145. Okay, let's see potentially how much I could have lost. So let's suppose that I'm just gonna go with 10. Okay, 10. How is that possible that this is crude oil? No. We gotta make sure to click sell or buy in our screen here to make this guy appear. Otherwise, it can stay on the same chart, like I said in the beginning. So we're gonna go with, as an example, 100 units. I'm gonna mark take profit and stop loss to hypothetically understand an estimation of possibility profit and loss. So potential profit, potential loss, right? Potential profit, potential loss. I'm gonna use take profit, and I'm gonna use stop loss. What are take profit and stop loss? Both are pending orders. Okay, once, if the price that I marked on the chart is triggered, it's gonna trigger automatically. In other words, I set a price on the chart, okay, and if the asset is getting to the price, it will trigger by itself. Excellent. If it's not guaranteed in any way. So for instance, I have marked 145. Let's suppose that I'm, how can I show it to you? No, it will be difficult to go any further. Let's suppose that I took a buy when it was here on 143, thinking it will keep going down, right? And I'm putting a stop loss because I am buying my intention that the asset will go higher, right? When I buy, I want the asset to go higher. When I sell, I want the asset to go down, right? Let's make it even. Right. Beautiful. So because we're buying, our stop loss is lower. That means that if the asset is going down, so we potentially gonna, God forbid, lose. Now, 146 and 143, we're gonna put 146, which is where it's at right now, and we see that with 100 units, we're gonna paste it. Is that now price? No, that's a problem because to demonstrate it, it will be difficult. We have to take the price that it's at right now and subtract it by 3. 1, 4, 2. Now, as you can see, if my balance is 100 and we potentially can lose 345, that's a very, very big problem, right? Are we selling or buying? Okay, we're selling. So that's a very big problem. Now, trading plan, what it means is that I'm scheduling guidelines of potential actions that I'm taking on my account. For instance, goal. For instance, possible loss, so we call it risk, money management. All right, the exposure. The exposure factor could be 1%, 2%, 5%, depends on your level of conservativity and how cautious you are. So we have the goal, we have the risk money management. Beside it, we have the time frames that we are trading through. So time frames, right? So for how long my sessions is going to be, how much time am I going to put into analysis? How much time I'm going to put into trading? How much time I'm going to put to risk money management? When am I going to trade? Right? Is that important to know? Why am I going to trade? Of course, because if there is an announcement in 2 o'clock and I'm not necessarily going to plan to trade exactly on the announcement, it needs to be part of my plan. And I need to know if I'm analyzing on a certain day, I can trade on a different day or on the same day. Okay? Seems like another complaining about the sound, and that's just very, very frustrating because I have no idea where the problem is. Because on mine it works properly. Just a second. Try and fix it. I hope that now it works a little better. I really hope. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. I don't know, for me it works fine. For me it works fine. Maybe it's a bit low. I will do my best to raise my voice, but if it's low, please tell me. All right, so once I have a goal, once I have the risk money management, which is what is the loss that I'm willing to take on my position so I can keep surviving. This is an example of what not to expose. As you can see that I'm going to burn my account 3 times by the time that it's going to get to this price because I have 100. Obviously, if I minimize it, still it's high, but it's more manageable. Never mind. That's the question is not about risk money management. The question is about the trading plan. So trading plan means that I need to have certain guidelines which I'm planning to have my strategy upon. Okay, so how do I make a trading plan? And also you can contact your senior account manager. So I'm gonna paste here, show on the chart, and contact your senior account manager. That's actually the answer for the following question I get as well, I think. Let's see. All right, so how can I start moving after I have funded my account? Well, the first thing that I would do, it's actually a very common question. The first thing that I would do is to get familiar with the platform, right? Get to know the platforms. After I've done that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a trading plan. After I have a trading plan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna learn how to analyze, right? And after I'm good at the analysis, then I can start evolving, right? And get better and better and make more money. Okay, also risk money management is part of making a plan, but it's also something that we need to consider, right? So we're gonna paste this, guys. Okay, the most important thing is I need to find an asset that I want to begin with, because I can. This doesn't look good at all. I'll try and put it with maybe this way. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but doing my best to do that. Okay. All right. There is something that I think that can really help new clients, new traders, and advanced traders as well, which is called Trading Central. Now, if I click here on the three lines and I go to Trading Central, I can see here all kind of things in an economic calendar that helps me know where and when is going to be the announcements, which we're going to be enjoying the CPI today. Let's let it. Sometimes it needs a couple of. All right. So as you can see, all of the announcements are here. I can also categorize the announcements that are more relevant for me, right? Let's try and search the CPI. Let's see if it will appear right away. You can, so like I said, if it's relevant for me, so I'm going to keep it. If it's not relevant for me, I have a list. There we go. I have a list here of the things that I can choose that are relevant for me. Okay, if I'm analyzing US or US, if I'm analyzing England, so I have your UK. I can save the things. I can search like you saw that I just did. I can put all kind of things that I want, as you can see. Economic calendar, very helpful. I highly recommend. What else is here? You have analysis views, which is a little more technical with pivot points, references. You have support and resistance levels and lines, momentum, RSI. Very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. Even if you don't understand fully the information that it's giving you, still with the time, from seeing more and more opinions, more and more variations, you're getting better. You will develop an understanding. Here you have the Forex features ideas. That's also lovely indication, a little more explained, perhaps. Actually, this is less informative than the other one, but I can switch from one contract to another, right? The other one I can even search the things that I want to see, right? Commodities could be right. The other one is a little more limited, but still That's helpful. Okay, so this is regarding, let's see if we have finished. I believe, look, there you can do other things. You can look at the webinars, you can see courses, trading, you can take a trainer, you can do a lot of things to evolve. But I think that the best way to start is just to get familiar with the platform, to have a plan with your senior account manager, and to learn how to analyze. At the end of the day, those are the basic things. Once you have a good grip on all the three, so the rest is just a matter of you keep trying and evolving by yourself, because there is a limit how much a person can bring you to, unless you're practicing. Okay, so the next question that we have is how to use indicators. Okay, that's pretty simple, but I think what the question is really asking is not the function, how to use it, is really just how to implement using an indicator. What was the asset that we had? Coffee, I think. Right? See, it already appears. Once you click it once, so it keeps it in the platform, then it will keep appearing. Right? Let's see if I search it again. You see, it's already here. I didn't need to click sell or buy. It was already here. Has the webinar begun? Keep saying will begin shortly. I have no idea, Moses. I really have no idea why it's giving us this mistake. I don't know. I really don't know. I will send it to our tech guys. Luckily, this webinar is recorded, so later on you can see it. But I don't know what else to do to fix it. So this is why I have to keep going, and later on we'll fix it. The recorded version, I hope that it will be better, but right now I have to carry on. Otherwise, we're not gonna have the recorded version. Okay. I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. That's beyond my technical understanding. Okay, I hope that everybody else can see the. Let me try and fix it again. Only God knows. I hope that it's fixed. I don't know what I did. Okay. So our question was how to use indicators. So guys, this is super simple. All I have to do is just to click here on the studies and pick one from the list that I want. You can see there are many things. We're gonna have average. I think we're always looking at this guy, but that's really the easiest to explain. This is why I pick it mostly. All right, so what is ATR? ATR, average true range. Average true range of what? Average true range of the time frame that I'm looking at. This is why, as you can see, that $4 is considering days, and it's the average true range for days. But if I'm changing it to weeks, it increases considerably, right? At months, even more. Right, minutes, much less. Is an example, right? Less than $1, and an hour, maybe $1. Yeah. All right, there is even a nice gap here to see. So the way that I'm using it is to indicate what is the potential average movement. This is why it's called ATR, average true range. Okay, and this way I can estimate what to expect. So if I believe that, let's say, coffee now is just bounced off the resistance, the support line. I'm just gonna give on a nutshell what is support and resistance, because I keep using these terms and I haven't explained, and I suspect that the audience is not gonna fully understand. So, and let me also paste the question here. All right, so support and resistance are two edge lines on the chart. If the chart here is a room, this would be let me actually put the lines on, which makes more sense. Otherwise, the square is unexplained. So the resistance is going to be orange, and the support is going to be blue. As you can see, this is the floor, this is the ceiling. So right now it's reached the lowest point that it's been since well, it's been a while. Why didn't I get any information from the candles? Because I have no crosshair, right? I have to switch to crosshair. And the last time that it's been this slow was a couple of years ago. Okay, a couple of years ago. So you can see here 142. And now if I'm expecting coffee to go back up, I need to know how much up can it go. And this indicator indicates the average true range for dailies. So I know that potentially in every day it could move $4 according to the to this indicator. Okay. It's possible that if I've analyzed these candles by myself manually, I would come to similar conclusion, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, it's nice as an addition. It's nice as an addition for technical analysis. Yeah, so this is how you can use it. Very, very simple. You just choose something and you click and drag, or I think you can click it. You can click it quickly twice, and then it does the same thing. It does the same thing. Click it twice quickly, or click and drag. Click and drag, click save. You can change the colors if you want, and then it's here. All right. All right. What else? Okay. So how to use? Click studies, and then choose. Okay. All right. From the list. I gotta tell you that to get to this interface, you have to log with your email and password. To log into this interface right here, which we're seeing, which is called a web trader, this is with your email and password. So if you don't see this interface, you gotta contact your account manager and ask him to apply the interface on your account. Okay, because it should appear. Once you are logged in with your email and password, it should appear, this interface. Okay, so the next question is, how do I verify my, how do I verify my account? So to verify the account, you need to upload regular account, not business account or anything, their professional account. There is other kinds of account, but to verify regular. Okay, we're gonna, whoever wrote this question down, so regular. Okay, upload an ID, could be license, could be a passport, could be an ID. So upload ID and utility bill, right? Could be anything, or a bank statement, right? Anything governmental will be accepted. Water bill, like electricity bill, anything with your name and address on it should be fine. And the ID just has to be clear, with no lights blocking the. There is, to be frank, okay, regarding this question, we have an amazing customer service. As you can see here, there is even a live chat which they can assist you with the verification for the account. Okay, if you need that. So how to verify the account, and you can also contact CS via email or chat, and also the email here is cs@avatrade.com. All right, okay. Let's see how much time we have left. Okay, we still have another roughly 15 minutes. So I'm gonna give you guys 15 minutes to ask any kind of questions that you want, and I will paste it right over here. First, we're going to begin with Christina's question. Where do I manually input the leverage? I want in the web trader, or is it automatically in bill? So I just leverage is built in. Okay, and to get the leverage, to know the leverage, click on the I on the right hand side of the asset. I'm gonna show it to you guys, don't you worry. Okay, so as you can see here, coffee, if I want to figure the leverage, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click here on the two lines, and then I'm gonna go to I, and there you go, my leverage. Okay, my leverage is right here. First, perhaps I should, to know the leverage, log in first. Okay, and then click on the I. Yeah, that I believe that this is very, very simple, but still, we're gonna put it down as it is. All right, Christopher, can you speak about strategies? That's a good question, Chris. Thank you for the question. I don't know if I can speak about strategies because we have roughly 10 minutes before we disclose. I'd rather give you the links for some things. So we have here the link for AvaTrade, the app. If you want to download the app. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna paste it in the question in the in the chat section. I hope that everybody can see that. We're gonna paste it here. And we're also going to log in the, we're gonna paste the login area, even though it's very easy to get to. This is for further questions that you might have. So this is the back in the help center. Okay, some accounts are coming with built-in demo account that lets you play with the demo account. But if you had enough with the demo account and you want to move to really to the business and you want to have a real account, so this is how you can do it. Okay, this is the link. This is for the academy. I gotta tell you guys that the academy is really, it's fascinating to see the tutorials there about explaining about the platforms and strategies, and also candlesticks, what I've explained in the beginning. Okay, what I've explained in the beginning is also there in the academy, and it's for free for Ava users. So whoever deposited and activated his account can enjoy the academy for free. And the last thing that I'm going to give you guys before we say goodbye for today is a special promotion to enjoy a one-on-one premium market review with your senior account manager. Unfortunately, we don't have time to discuss the analysis. We only have 10 minutes, so I'd rather I wanted to give you the information, the links to help you get into the places without struggling. And lastly, I'm going to give you the code for the benefit. Now, Chris, you're asking me to speak about strategies, but I don't know what, if you can be more specific, that can be good. Speaking about strategies, I can only say that most of strategies, okay, perhaps I can put here. Okay. All right, so most strategies are divided to three main time frames. Okay. We have short term, long term, and midterm. All right. So this could be, I guess, scalping. Let's see if I can make it look that it makes sense. Actually, I wanted to do it otherwise, but never mind. Swing. And we have here intraday, weekly, right? Perhaps even, yeah, let's keep it this way. So each of those strategies has an advantage and a disadvantage. Scalping requires you to be on the chart. To do scalping with pending orders is nearly impossible. Okay, I don't know if it's possible. I haven't seen anyone who is doing that, so I would love to see. Swing is, as an example, I'm looking at Netflix or Boeing, and I believe that they're slowly getting back to their place. I don't know if exactly to where they started because there is still some nice gap to catch, but you see 326 just half a year ago. It's been really mobbing the floor, right? Less than half, not really less than half, but bad shape. You can see bad shape, 170 something, right? If I go lowest point, 162, maybe half. Never mind. The idea is that if I'm a swing trader and I am planning to buy Netflix, it's very probable that if Netflix keep on going up, I will wait until a considerable price will take place, and I'm not gonna let it go after $1 or $2. Right? Swing is all about letting the asset flow and enjoying the profits. Later on, you can decide whether to release the whole position or just a part of the position. It's already there for you to decide. What was the third thing? Midterm, intraday, weekly. So for instance, I'm still trading Netflix. Actually, I'm not trading Netflix. Let's see how Netflix is doing daily. Right, let's see how Boeing is doing. All right, so let's suppose that I'm trading daily and I'm trading Boeing. You saw, by the way, it gets stuck on Netflix because I didn't click sell or buy for Boeing. When I'm choosing Boeing, I gotta click sell or buy for that to change. See, now it changed. So, for instance, if I'm trading Boeing and now the price is 207, and I believe that here is the resistance, we said that the highest point on the chart is the resistance, and the lowest point that we see is the support, but support has many levels. So we're going to paint our support lines in blue, and we're going to keep the resistance in white. Those are levels of support. Okay. I can go even further, but there is really no need. Also, this has recently became the support as well. All right, and now I'm planning to make money with Boeing. I'm uncertain about the general direction. Let's see, weeks. Okay, sure. So okay, never mind. Let's keep it this way. So we can see that 212 was roughly the edge point for this chart at this point. And let's assume that I believe that it can keep going down, and it just climbed up to this price and it's going to keep falling. Now, because 207 is a price that it's been on, right, in here and in here, so 212 is a place that I possibly could sell. But if I'm intraday, if I'm trading only for the short, I wouldn't call it short, but for daily's purposes, perhaps I can take a buy here, and then I can take a sell here as an example to 12. And then if it goes back to this area, I can make profit on a short sell and on a short buy, and I can keep enjoying what we call consolidations area. We're not gonna explain thoroughly about consolidations area, but I'm just gonna give on a nutshell that consolidations mean that an asset couldn't break the resistance or the support, and he has keep on ranging the same levels of numbers. For instance, 203 to 12, so it keeps on bouncing in between, and I'm enjoying the short term, which I couldn't have had if I was a swing trader. If I would be a swing trader, so this movement would have been might not be enough for me because I'm looking for bigger movements such as the general trend that we're seeing right now, which the beginning of the trend is, well, almost half a way down, maybe 40% down. Never mind. All right, so we have 3 more minutes before we say goodbye. Chris, I hope that I gave you a good answer. Okay, speaking about strategies. And this is, guys, the time when we have to say goodbye. We have another couple of minutes. So I'm going to give you the code here on the chat box. Okay, this is what you should give to your senior account manager to give you a special promotion webinar, one-on-one premium market review from the webinar. Okay, so Q&A benefit, this is what you're giving to your senior account manager, and he's gonna give you a one-on-one premium market review. I highly recommend to use this benefit, as there is no better way to learn just by looking at somebody who is trading on its own. And of course, if he is a trader and is doing good, and he's teaching you, so you can obviously make a lot of progress rather than just learn by yourself. All right, so I'm pasting this in the chat. Special promotion code, as you can see. And I would like to thank everybody who joined. It's been a pleasure, even though we had some technical obstacles. I really hope that next week it's not going to happen again, and it will be smooth and perfect. Either way, I wish you all best of luck with your trading. Make a lot of money. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and have a good day.